A new depression therapy is helping people find joy again. Tropical forest loss dropped by 36% after a record breaking year, and Australia's 4-day workweek trial showed that working less can still mean getting more done. This is Chat Council, and here are 7 good news stories from around the world that you probably didn't hear enough about this week. Most depression treatments focus on reducing negative emotions. Less sadness, less anxiety, less fear, less hopelessness. And that matters. But one of the hardest symptoms of depression is something different: anhedonia, the inability to feel joy or pleasure. It's when even the things that you used to love feel completely flat. Now, researchers are testing a therapy that directly targets that missing sense of reward. It's called the Positive Effect Treatment or PAT. Instead of only asking, how do we make people feel less bad? It asks, how do we help people feel good again? In a randomized clinical trial published in JAMA Network Open, 98 adults with depression, anxiety, and severely low positive affect received either PAT or a comparison therapy focused on negative emotions. Both groups had 15 weekly therapy sessions, but the PAT group showed greater improvement in overall clinical status, including positive affect, anhedonia, depression, and anxiety. This is exciting because it changes the goal of treatment, not just surviving the day, but feeling life again. This next story is a huge public health milestone. Sudan and South Sudan have both achieved maternal and neonatal tetanus elimination. Neonatal tetanus is a deadly but preventable disease that can kill newborn babies within their first days of life. It often happens when babies are delivered in unsafe conditions or when the umbilical cord is cut or cared for without proper hygiene. And unlike some diseases, tetanus cannot be completely eradicated because the bacteria lives naturally in soil and the environment, but it can be eliminated as a public health threat. That means reducing cases to less than 1 case per 1,000 live births in every district. In Sudan, all 188 districts met the elimination criteria. Between 2016 and 2019, vaccination campaigns reached more than 3.5 million women of reproductive age across 78 high risk districts, and 95% of those women received at least 2 protective doses. South Sudan achieved the milestone too. Despite conflict, displacement, and very high maternal and newborn mortality rates. This is what progress looks like when the vaccines, midwives, health workers, and community trust all come together. Here's some encouraging news for the planet. After a record breaking year of destruction in 2024, tropical forest loss fell sharply in 2025. According to Global Forest Watch, the World Resources Institute, and the University of Maryland, the world lost 4.3 million hectares of pristine tropical forest last year. That is still a huge area, but compared to 2024, it was a 36% drop. And the biggest reason was Brazil. After President Lula returned to office, Brazil brought back stronger anti deforestation policies, and that helped drive the global decline. This matters because tropical forests are not just trees. They store carbon, they regulate rainfall, they protect biodiversity, and they support millions of people. A single hectare of rainforest can contain hundreds of species, so saving millions of hectares means protecting an entire living system. The world is still not moving fast enough to end deforestation by 2030. But this proves something very important. The governments enforce forest protection. Deforestation can fall and millions of hectares can stay standing. And now, a very strange but brilliant invention. Scientists have created a tea bag that is not for making tea. It is for cleaning drinking water. Arsenic contamination is a major global problem, with more than 200 million people estimated to be at risk. Long-term exposure can cause cancer, developmental problems in children, and other serious health issues. The World Health Organization's limit for arsenic in drinking water is 10 micrograms per liter, but in many places, especially where people rely on untreated wells, levels can go above that. So, researchers reporting in ACS Omega designed a low cost arsenic removing tea bag. They used cellulose based tea bags, added magnetic iron oxide nanoparticles, and filled them with pulverized eggshells, materials that help trap arsenic. In tests, One tea bag removed at least 90% of arsenic ions from water. In one 6-hour test, it removed more than 98% from a small contaminated sample. And the cost? About 7 cents per liter. It still needs real world scaling. But this is exactly the kind of simple, affordable science that could help communities without expensive water infrastructure. Now to Baltimore, where the city just reached a historic milestone. In April, Baltimore recorded 4 homicides, but it is also the fewest homicides the city has recorded in a single month since at least 1970, when police began tracking monthly crime statistics. To understand how big this is, Baltimore has had months in the past with as many as 45 homicides, and this is not just one lucky month. The city has been seeing a broader decline in violence. By May 1st, Baltimore had recorded 33 homicides and 89 non fatal shootings for the year, both lower than the same point last year. Major reason officials point to is the Group Violence Reduction Strategy, or GVRS. It combines police, prosecutors, city officials, and community groups to focus on the small number of people most at risk of being involved in violence, and offers both accountability and support. Baltimore is treating gun violence not only as a criminal issue but as a public health crisis. And after years of pain, the numbers show that this approach is saving lives. First came the solar boom, now the batteries have arrived. Grid batteries are the technology that lets us store solar and wind power when it's abundant, then release it later when people actually need electricity. And in 2025, the world installed them at record speed. According to Bloomberg NEF, annual energy storage additions reached 112 gigawatts in 2025, excluding pumped hydro. That is up 48% from 2024, and compared to 2021, it is roughly a tenfold increase. China alone accounted for 54% of global additions last year, while the United States made up 16%. Australia's installations grew nearly sixfold, and the UK nearly doubled its battery installations to 2.6 gigawatts. This matters because renewable energy has one big challenge. The sun does not always shine, and the wind does not always blow. Batteries help solve that. They make clean power more reliable, more flexible, and easier to use at scale. BNEF now expects the world to add 158 gigawatts of storage in 2026. So the clean energy transition is no longer just about making power, it's about storing it too. And finally, Australia has new evidence that working less does not always mean producing less. Between 2022 and 2023, 15 Australian companies trialed the 100-80-100 4-day week model. That means employees received 100% of their pay, worked 80% of their previous hours, and aimed to maintain 100% of their previous output. The companies came from different sectors, including property management and publishing. And new research published in Humanities and Social Sciences Communications, a Nature portfolio journal, found that all but one of the companies stuck with the 4-day week after the trial. That alone says a lot. 6 businesses reported an increase in productivity, while the rest reported no difference. So, for many companies, the shorter week did not hurt performance. It either kept it stable or improved it. The study also found benefits around work life balance and burnout reduction, and that is why this matters. As AI increases productivity and burnout becomes a bigger workspace problem, the question is not just can we work more? It might be can we work better? Australia's trial suggests the answer could be yes. And these were some of the good news stories from around the world. We will be back next week with your weekly dose of good news. And for staying with us till the end, here's a cute picture for you.